Hey everyone, welcome back to BHB, and today we're going to be talking about the top 10 small forwards throughout the NBA, and let's just get right into it. So at number 10, I have Danilo Gallinari, and in my opinion, the reason why he's number 10 for me is because he's a great three-point shooter, he's an eye scorer. Remember, there's a difference between scoring and shooting. Scoring is how good one is at putting the ball in the basket, while shooting is based off of course, catch and shoot, basic things. Catch and shoot, three-pointers, stuff like that. And in my opinion, he can hold himself. He can hold his own defensively, as he has a defensive rating of 110. Now, a defensive rating, if you guys don't know what that is basically it's how many times do you get scored on every 100 possessions. That's basically what defensive rating is. Now, he is, in my opinion, number 10, and Bojan Bogdanovic is actually a better shooter than him. But the reason why he's number 10 on my list is because he can move to the power forward spot, and that makes him a great floor spacer. Alright, that's basically it. Now we're going to move on to number 9, Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is a good three-point shooter, basically an all-around scorer, but the reason why he's better than Danilo Gallinari already, in my opinion, is that he can create shots, and the ability to create shots is so important nowadays. He can create shots for himself. He has great potential. I believe that this season he's going to make the jump, especially with no Kyrie, and with Jaylen Brown getting money. He's going to probably want to play his heart out and get that huge contract extension as well. But yeah, so basically he's a great shooter. He can create shots for himself. He can finish at the rim, mid-range, and he's got good potential. That's why he's number 9. Now let's move on. Luka Doncic. I know people might think like it's crazy that Luka Doncic is above Jason Tatum. I don't think so. Luka Doncic, even though he's not athletic, he is an all-around scorer. And I'm calling him a scorer, not a shooter, because the dude shot like 32% from 3 and 42% from the field. But he's a shot creator for himself and others, and with Porzingis now helping him carry the offensive load, his numbers are going to go up. Not only efficiency-wise, but in my opinion, everything. Assists, points, maybe not rebounds, but this year is going to be a huge improvement for him, in my opinion. Now, you have Chris Middleton at number 7, and Chris Middleton, in my opinion, is very underrated. He is a Swiss Army knife, which means that he can do everything. He can pass, he can shoot, he can defend, he can rebound, and in my opinion, he's like a Draymond Green, but if Draymond Green had less defense and more offense. Now, obviously, Chris Middleton is not a leader like Draymond Green. He's not an emotional train, I guess. He doesn't conduct the emotion of the team, but he's also great at spacing the floor, and that is why he's number 7 on this list, But yeah, people think he's like doo-doo. People are like, this guy's getting paid way too much. No, he's not. He's basically Draymond Green, but can shoot the 3, but unfortunately you lose the defensive prowess and the emotion. And some people think that Draymond Green's emotion is bad, but I'll bring that in my top 10 power forwards video. So yeah. Number 6, Jimmy Butler. Now I had him top 5, but then the amount of small forwards in this league that are just elite are amazing. Jimmy Butler, he's a two-way player. He's clutch, in my opinion. I think there was a stat during the 2017-18 or 2018-19 season where he was scoring 8 points every quarter on like 55% field goal shooting. That's insane. Now, he's also a shot creator, and he can create shots not only for himself but for others. Now, he's not the greatest passer. He's not the most willing passer, but I've seen it before. He's a great shot creator for himself, but if he gets double teamed, he's a willing passer. Now, he's playoff hardened, he's a veteran, and I think that's why he's and you might say Chris Middleton, yeah, he's hardened as well. Okay, that sounds so bad. He's playoff hardened as well. He's got playoff experience, But in my opinion, Jimmy Butler, the fact that he can create shots for everyone and for himself, and what he can do on the offensive end, I believe that's why Jimmy Butler is higher than Chris Middleton. Now, top 5, this is where we get into the elite small forwards. Paul George. In my opinion, I should be able to get through these relatively quickly because this is obvious. Paul George, all-around scorer, elite defender, a good three-point shooter, not great, not elite, but he's not clutch, guys. I know this has been brought up before on ESPN many times, and I think Skip Bayless keeps calling him George Paul because of this. He's not clutch. This dude is not clutch. He can't hit open threes during the playoffs for his life, especially in crunch time. Remember, OKC, Russ, Paul George, and there was that final possession against the Utah Jazz back in it was George's first year, and Steven Adams, the Aquaman, is getting them offensive rebound after offensive rebound, and all they need to do is hit 1-3 to get themselves into basically a game 7, I think, and they were not able to do it. And Paul George, he had 2-3 attempts, I believe, at 3 on that single possession, and he just wasn't able to pull through. Now, Paul George has hit big clutch shots before, but just not game winning. I don't think he has ever hit a game winning shot before in his career. I'm sorry, a buzzer beating game winner. But I don't know. That was just a stat from ESPN. I remember watching that one time. I don't know if it was First Take. I think it was First Take, but they basically brought out some stats that said he wasn't clutch. I'm not gonna argue against that because I personally thought ever since I watched him that he was clutch, but apparently, and this shocked me, that he hasn't hit a single game-winning buzzer beater in his entire career. Now, at 4, this might make some people mad, but it's LeBron James. This is being recorded after he lost to the Clippers on opening night, but I made this list the 20th or 21st. He's an all-time passer, an all-around scorer. He can play defense when needed, but not often. Speaking of opening night, people say, oh man, see, he's playing defense. Yeah, what was he doing on offense? This man was so exhausted that he couldn't do anything offensively but pass. And people might be like, oh, he was just trying to get everyone invigorated, be everyone into the game. This dude's been around for 17 years. When has that ever worked? Never. That never works. The only way he's going to be able to win games is by taking control and making a two-player game between him and AD. That's how he beat the Warriors. It was him and Kyrie dropping 82 points combined for 2 straight games. But that's a totally different video topic. But yeah, he can't play defense and offense at the same time, or dynamically in the same game. He just can't. But in my opinion, he's also clutch. Now, he can't hit free throws, but I do believe that he is clutch. He's not very clutch, but he is clutch. People will be like, oh, he is clutch because he hit that game winner against the Pacers, and like, that was all right, but that shot and that floater against the Raptors, those were 2 extremely difficult shots that had no pressure on them. Like, no one's getting mad at LeBron for missing that shot against the Raptors. They go into overtime if he misses. Now, the Pacers shot, I actually like that shot a lot, but at the same time, you know what? No, I'm going to give LeBron credit. I like that shot a lot. I did. So yeah, I do believe that he's more clutch than unclutch, in my opinion. Now, number 3, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I swear, man, I better have said that right. No, Giannis Antetokounmpo, he is a dynamic defender. In my opinion, he can actually guard 1 through 5. He can actually do it. Now, would I recommend the Bucks put him on like a point guard or a center? No, because he needs his stamina on offense. And speaking of offense, he lacks an outside shot, but he is a great shot creator for him and others because he can basically, once he gets ahead of steam, it's impossible to stop him unless you have Kawhi Leonard, Pascal Siakam, and Marc Gasol, 3 great inside defenders. Unless you have that, you're in trouble. But against any other team, he's gonna be able to score against them on the inside. And when defenses collapse to triple and double team him, he's gonna be able to pass it out to players. And yeah, now he's athletic, but also lacks vision. Now you might say you just said he was a shot creator for himself and others. Yeah, but at the same time, creating shots and then being able to see the shot or be able to see passes while you're running into the lane is different. I'm pretty sure whenever he attacks the basket, unless there's a wide open man that's obvious, he's not gonna be able to make the pass. Remember LeBron James' pass against, I don't know who it was, against the Warriors, I think. He made that crazy no-look pass mid-air to Danny Green in the corner. Giannis Antetokounmpo was never going to be able to do that. He makes the simple passes, which is good, but sometimes if he misses a lot of open guys that he has to understand are there. But yeah, number 2, you got Kevin Durant. In my opinion, I'm just going to put, like, even though he's not playing this season, I'm just going to assume that he's going to be at full strength. Now, most likely not going to happen, but for this video, for my top 10, that's what I'm going to assume. He is an elite three-point shooter, elite scorer, a shot creator, clutch, an underrated passer. When he creates shots for himself and others, and when he creates shots for himself and he gets double-teamed, he knows where to pass the ball. Now, granted, he might miss a few guys every now and then, but he gets the ball to an open man, and he's basically a Swiss Army knife on the defense. Like, he can, if you need him to block shots, he can. If you need him to use his long arms to steal the ball, he can. If you need him to guard a point guard, he can. Center, no. That dude, like, 200 pounds. He's going to get bodied. But 1 through 4, he can. Now, that was basically it for Kevin Durant. I mean, I don't have to explain anything for him. Like he said, you know who he is. He's Kevin Durant. Like, this dude is going to be hitting shit threes. He's an elite scorer and a dynamic defender. So that's basically it. Moving on, Kawhi Leonard at number 1. I mean, people think it's Kevin Durant, but in my opinion, what Kawhi Leonard can do on the defensive and offensive end every single night is insane. He has elite defense. He has a good three-point shot. You have to respect the shot. Now, it's not elite, but it's good. It's something that every single player should be afraid of if he's left open. Now, he's not a passer. This dude's passing stats are disgusting over the years. I mean, this guy does not pass I mean, I don't know if he does that efficiently, but from 2 to 3 assists every game as Kawhi Leonard, like that, you're not meeting standards as a superstar. But at the same time, he is super clutch. You know, even in his Spurs days, he was clutch. You get clutch defense, and he doesn't panic. So yeah, all around offense, all around defense, and even though he's not a passer, his the pure pressure that he puts on the offensive and defensive end is amazing, and that's what makes him number 1 in my book. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'm sorry for missing an upload on the 22nd. I'm pretty sure I released a YouTube post on that, but I don't even know how that works, to be honest. So yeah, there's going to be daily videos every single day from now on. I hope I don't mess up again. Tomorrow should be top 10 power forwards, as well as the Musketeers, my league. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Hope the audio comes out well. That's something I always hope for, man. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and goodbye.